President Benitez, distinguished faculty, cabinet, board of trustees, proud families and loved ones, and the audacious class of 2026. Go Peacocks! So you have heard a lot about me in my introduction, but this entire journey of mine started with my father. He was the first person to introduce me to Jesuit values. My father passed away 5 years ago and practiced medicine till the day he died. I clearly remember at his funeral in this small village in eastern Nigeria, one of the local priests came up to me and said, "Ije, your father saved my life." I was a young priest far away from home. I was in immense pain, and he took me to the hospital for emergency surgery. He went on to say, "Your father barely knew me, and I never expected anyone to do that for me." He spoke to my family. He even told my bishop what happened, and it was like being at home away from home. To be honest, Peacocks, this was one of the several stories I heard from dozens of priests and people who showed up that day to honor him. That was service and devotion, a life lived for others and giving back to your community. Those were Jesuit values in action and influence how I serve my patients till this day. Today, I choose to serve everyone who comes into our hospital, regardless of their economic status, and especially when we do not know their circumstances. Because I deeply understand that health equity is the highest form of social justice. My father taught me why we serve, but Peacocks, life would later force me to discover where I was meant to serve. So I have one secret to share with you today alongside our shared Jesuit values. When I was 22, I got into Harvard for graduate school. From there, I went to my first job in the World Bank, where I was serving a larger global community, making life significantly better and more dignified for people in lower income countries. This was everything I had dreamed of. How could I have gotten everything and still have this nagging sense of dissatisfaction? And at that point, I got very clear about this thing inside me. I like to call it an inner compass. It is a force. It is something deep and unrelenting. Something that told me there was another path for me to change the world. I was literally working at this corner office at the World Bank overlooking the White House But on my metro rides home, I would spend hours thinking about the fact that the ability to live a long, healthy life should be a basic human right. I wanted to do more. So I had it all then: an ideal life, a house, newly married, a job. Yet mentally, I grappled with this concept of disparities in life expectancies, even in this country. So, despite having a 5-month-old child, I made the crazy decision to go back to medical school. Yes, scalpels, cadavers, and lots of changing diapers. This inner compass that made me make the singular hardest pivot in my life has led me to you today. I am now the first Black Chief Medical Officer in the 144-year-old history of Jersey City Medical Center. And I get the incredible honor of working with a transformational team, changing healthcare in this community. But this same inner force, this inner compass, has helped me with every major milestone in my life. Whether it is moving from Nigeria to the United States as a 17-year-old with no cell phone, before the internet, or as a young physician out of residency, when a well-meaning recruiter told me that my dreams of becoming a chief medical officer were delusions of advancement. And it has helped me every single time the answer has been no. There were moments when I thought the sheer weight of rejection would crush me. But I have learned that discomfort is a sign that you are growing into something larger than yourself. When you are deeply aligned with your purpose, the difficult moments do not silence that inner force. They sharpen and amplify it. But in all my years of medicine, there is one thing I have learned above all else. So I'm a mother of a college student, and I've had my own fair share of graduations. So I know the last thing you want to hear now is parental advice. But let me be an auntie just today. As an emergency physician and as a chief medical officer, I think I legitimately have seen it all. And after all these years in medicine, there is one truth I cannot ignore. Your health matters. The body keeps record. We tend to normalize unhealthy stress, exhaustion, and postpone pain because we are trying to get to the next level, but it catches up sooner than you think. You are all young and seemingly invincible, but the most important thing is your health. These forces, these exciting moments, this success is meaningless if your health does not remain anchored in a strong foundation. Your dreams and ambition do not function without it. Your health is the backbone to your success. It is the body in which you live, and the world gets to experience the fullness of you. Please take care of it. So that's it for parental advice. So as you go forward, proud peacocks, St. Peter's, class of 2026, remember this. Honor your Jesuit values. Trust your inner compass. Protect your health. Because this world will ask you at times to be smaller and quieter. Everything you carry within you was never meant to be hidden. It was meant to be esteemed like the feathers of a peacock. Stand fully in who you are, in the resplendence of all your colors. Because this world needs more peacocks. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you,